Hey guys, it's Kristen Lee, aka Super K here, and I want to ask you if you realize, because I'm realizing more people may not know this, but we can be the change we want to see in this world. Yes, we, you, me, and every person in humanity can be the change we want to see. And I really want to stress this. I was talking about this today with a friend of mine, and she was talking about how when she started to feel happy and joyful and excited about things, rather than fearing the outcome of like calling a client, waiting for them to call her back, and she was like, oh my gosh, I was holding on to that fear, asking you, hey, do you think they're going to call me? I'm just worried about losing this client. And she finally let go of that fear, and the client called her back and was ready to move forward. And the fear is what held her back. Now, the fear in our lives is what's holding us back from our truest potential. So what do I mean by that? Fear doesn't have to be something crazy big, like, oh my gosh, the world's going to end, where many people, I know I saw, talking in different groups going, oh my gosh, it's the apocalypse with the eclipse and everything. But when you let go of fear, because the one thing we got to understand is fear and love cannot be in the same space, okay? And what does God want? God is love. So we need to work to let go of fear. Fear is what, the devil wants to hold you hostage in. And if you look at the world today in mass media, what is being shown to you every day? The pain, the shame, the guilt, the grief, the fear of the unknown. Well, guess what? The unknown does not have to be fearful. Because what does God ask of us? Have faith. The size of a mustard seed. And all will be done for good. We do not have to sit in fear like we have been programmed since the beginning of time, in a sense, in our life, of knowing like, wow, when I was thinking about it today, I was talking to my girlfriend and we're like, I wonder when this all changed, when, people weren't following like the Constitution rights and, live free or die. And, this is the like world of being free, or the pursuit of happiness is available to everyone. However, it's hard to pursue happiness when all you have talking in your ear, on TV, on social media, on the radio, is doomsday, gloom, fear-based information, where I would, and this is why on my page I share so much positivity and affirmations and goodness of who you truly are and who I truly am, in order to spread the love, the gratitude, the compassion, the kindness. If we all did our part and sat in our heart space. Now, the heart is more than just an organ that pumps blood in your body, okay? It actually, believe it or not, you take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I'm not trying to, preach to you and tell you to change your ways. I'm sharing with you what I am doing in order to be the change I want to see in this world. And I believe that when we sit in our hearts, and science has actually figured this out, that if you sit in gratitude, joy, kindness, or at least stay neutral out of the anger, pain, shame, guilt, and grief, 51% of your day. If you can do that for 51% of your day, and you hold that vibration of a higher, elevated state of emotion, you can change your reality. What is within you? Is it fear? Is it worry? Is it anger? Is it resentment? Is it unforgiveness? As within, so without. You're going to mirror what is on your internal landscape. So what I do is every day I wake up and I say 3 things I'm grateful for. And then when I go to bed, I write 3 things I'm grateful for. I write it. So in the morning, if it's busy, I think it and I declare it and I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I am so happy and grateful that I am healthy. I'm so happy and grateful that I've got healthy kids and a healthy husband and a healthy family. I am so happy and grateful that today I get a choice to wake up today and try to be that change I want to see in the world with all my interactions, with all my connections, with anybody who crosses my path, I ask for grace and love to be shining from me in order to change someone's life in a positive way for the greater good of all. And if we did this, guess what? They have found scientifically that it takes 1%. And now they're seeing, since so many people are awakening to this beauty of the heart and that love is the answer, it literally is a little bit less than 1%. Imagine if we could spread this word of love, of gratitude, of kindness. How hard is it to be kind to yourself, first and foremost, where everybody goes, oh, I'll be kind to people. The most important piece of this puzzle to be the change we want to see is be kind to ourselves. Because many times we don't realize it, but we may have negative self-talk. You may drop something and go, oh, there you go again. Always breaking things, always causing a ruckus. Or going, I'm not smart enough. Oh, I can't do that. Well, we need to watch our words, okay? Because words are like spells. That's why they call them spelling words, okay? Spells are cast from our lips. In the beginning was the Word, okay? It says this in Genesis, and the Word was God, and the Word is God. So understand that your words are so powerful that they're like God being used through you. You get this thought. Where do the thoughts come from? The quantum field, from the heavenly realm, from, inspiration, ideas, creativity is all up here. So when we have a thought, understand, sometimes our ego we go, oh my gosh, this is a great idea. And then we write it down and we think about it later and read it and go, no, that's kind of dumb. It's the ego trying to protect us from reaching our fullest potential. So yes, this happens to me a lot. I'm being honest. I have a list of all these inventions, all these business ideas, all these ways to help humanity, all these ways of everything. And I write them and then I'll look back and I go, oh, maybe someday. And it's like, well, don't hold off tomorrow what you can do today. Be that change today. So when you get these ideas and inspirations, don't let them die. Okay? Don't let that flame. That's your soul giving you a message and guidance on its truest passion and purpose many times. So one thing I have realized when I sit and pray and meditate, I get to a place where I can hear the whispers of my soul. I can hear, the angels and God sending messages to me in ways of things to follow. And and sometimes I go, well, that sounds weird. Why am I going to go to breakfast by myself 30 minutes away when there's a restaurant right down the street? But you know what? When I listen to my soul guiding the way, I end up sitting at the breakfast bar next to someone, a stranger, having the most beautiful conversation, and we each had a little piece of nugget of information that helped answer a question that they were thinking about that day. And that's the magic and beauty and blessing of following your heart. Because when you follow your heart and listen to your gut, your soul, it's in your solar plexus, you're able to listen to that gut instinct and follow it, even if it makes no sense. Like, why would I drive 30 hours? Yeah, the restaurant's good, but I've got just as good of one near me. But I heard, go to this place. And I was like, okay. Well, I don't know why. And you know what? What is the worst case scenario following it? I use a little extra gas, okay? So I went and the most beautiful blessings happened. And those are divine connections. That's God in action. Synchronicities are God in action. To feel the presence and knowing that presence of, of guidance, of knowingness, of love, and feeling protected and brought through whatever you're going through in that day or whatever question you're looking for. You can ask questions. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door will be open to you. It's our job to inquire and ask. We've been taught, don't ask for help. Do it yourself. No one wants to help you. Well, yeah, maybe egotistical people don't want to help you, but there's a lot of angels and God and Jesus and ascended masters who are able to help you. And all you have to do is ask. But do you know, the one thing we don't realize is we've been asking wrong for a long time. And hold on, I'm gonna do this spit on the hair real quick. So we haven't been taught to ask correctly. At least I wasn't. I can't say we as a whole, but I as a child, I never was taught the proper way to ask for things from God or Jesus. It was praying and begging. Please, God, help me. Help this person. Please help change this circumstance. Please, we're begging rather than seeing the unseen as seen and having faith that it will be done. All of this is in the Bible, but I feel like I read it with a new lens over the last, 5-7 years, where I see it on a deeper level that I can take action and believe and follow. And some people may look at me as woo-woo of believing that we are co-creators with God of our reality. But I don't care what people say anymore. Finally, I've had, some people that are, prevalent in my life saying, no, manifestation isn't real. How dare you think that manifestation is real? You're taking it away from God. No, God wants us to co-create with him. We are fragments of the whole. We are all a fractal of God's loving vibration of beauty and infinite intelligence. So we all are essentially brothers and sisters, and we need to come together. But understand, God is experiencing life through us, okay? That's why he created us, so he can experience the human existence through us, his children. And we are all brothers and sisters. So when we're fighting in these wars, we're literally fighting our sisters and brothers. Even borders, like, we need to learn how to unite as a whole. So the one common denominator that we have, which is love. Those people on the other side of war have families they love, and they're just taught to hate others. We need to unteach, unprogram, because Romans 12:2, this came to me about 3 years ago as a vision and a download. And the reason why I started my Heart and Soul Project nonprofit is because Romans 12:2 says, do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And then that is where you will be able to test the true and pleasing will of God. Okay? And what does that mean? Do not conform to what you see outside, the social media, the mass media that's negative, draining you, telling you everything is wrong. Hey, Mark, great to see you. So you have to understand that if we focus on what is not happening for us, we've been taught to look at this external world and think that's our reality. And it's not. We are co-creators of our reality. But what it takes is an attitude of gratitude, okay? Gratitude is actually a higher vibrational emotion than love. Yes, and love, we've been taught love is romanticized and, affection. Love is a vibration. It is not a emotional state only. We've been taught to believe that, but it's a vibrational state, and we are vibrational beings, okay? We need to shift the vibration of our vessel. This is a gift from God, this vessel, to be able to vibrate and attract to us like a magnet. Hey, Parinda from Saudi Arabia, and we got Mark from California. I love this. We're going all around the world. And I would love for more people to realize, so their heart, going back to the heart, this is where our vibrational energy comes from, and it has our thoughts. So our thoughts have an electromagnetic field that go out into the quantum, so it attracts to us what we're thinking, our emotional state and our thoughts. Now, our heart has an emotional, vibrational frequency that emanates, an energy that emanates from your heart, 60 times greater than your thoughts. So imagine, yes, you can think all you want. I'm so happy and grateful that I have this. I'm so happy and grateful that I have this. But if it's just lip service, you're not going to see that come out. And that's where manifestation gets the bad rap of it doesn't work. It doesn't work. The reason it may not be working for that person who is saying it's not working, because guys, we manifest all day long. Manifestation is the creation of your external reality. What you see in your reality is what you've manifested. And if it's bad, you manifest it. We need to take responsibility for ourselves, okay? It is so important that we focus on love, not fear, not, greed. We need to focus on love, compassion, and gratitude and joy, because joy is the key to unlock the door to your abundance. You need to hold those higher vibrational states, and it's an attitude of gratitude. You must feel it. That's the secret. Feeling is the secret, and joy is the key. If you want to unlock that door to a life that you could not even imagine, because only God knows what is available to you, and when you ask, he will give you greater. So we need to focus, but the thing is you have to feel it in your heart. So you can give lip service and you're not going to get anywhere. But when you focus on your heart and you really sit there, and I teach this at my son's school, I'm working on a program, working with the Heart Math Institute, to help elevate the emotion of kids. to get them into the heart space so they're kind and compassionate to one another. So focus on your heart. Sit there. Put your hand on your heart, because when you put sensation on an area of your body and you put your attention there, where attention goes, energy flows. Oh, thank you, Mark and Perinda, for the nonprofit. Yes, I'm just getting it off the ground. It's just starting. And if anybody wants to check it out, I'm still finishing up the website, but you can go to theheartandsoulproject.org. And if anybody wants to make a donation, it'd be so grateful, because we're working on building out a holistic wellness center where people can come ground themselves. It's in the forest on a pond with a freshwater spring that we want to help renew the mind using different holistic modalities to truly get these thoughts of, you're whole and complete, you are loved, you are amazing, and you have a gift to share with the world. We want to create workshops and retreats to help more people elevate their consciousness and raise their vibration. So the vibration from our hearts is so important. We need to get focused on our hearts, and that's why it's the Heart and Soul Project, because we need to focus on our hearts and reignite our soul to unlock humanity's potential. And I've been doing studies on this for 3 years. I have a machine that scans my energy field to let me know what I'm vibrating at that day in joules. They measure it in joules rather than volts. What I'm putting out into the world and what happens to me when I'm in a higher vibrational state. And my friends and family are blown away. They go, Kristen, how does all the good things happen? You have a shooting star up your butt. And I said, no, we all have this gift. In order to change our circumstances on the outside, we have to sit in our heart. And guys, this has been shown to us. I'm going to go into my Zen den and show you a picture of Jesus. This picture was given to me. Well, it wasn't given to me. It was gifted to me by my grandmother. I asked her for this before she passed away. And it's just a picture she got in the mail from some, religious organization. But this picture of Jesus she's had since I was a little child, and it resonates with me so wholeheartedly. Hold on, let me shut this off. So wholeheartedly that it's what gave me the inspiration to start my nonprofit. Because here we go. Here's the picture. So this comes from the American Needs Fatima, but look at this picture of Jesus. So we see the heart, the Sacred Heart, and this right here. So we see this in a lot of the pictures of Jesus. This is the quantum realm, the super conscious realm. And look at the sacred geometry. Everything around us is sacred geometry that we can't see in this quantum field. So this is his connection to God. This is why he said, I am God, because he was connected to God in the super conscious realm that we have other, super conscious. We're taught about our unconscious, our self-conscious, and our consciousness, but we're never taught about our superconscious. This is how we connect to this realm. And I've been taking classes in many different modalities. And again, some people may agree with this or not, but I have discovered, especially after my grandmother, here's me and my grandma, she passed away last year, but that her body passed, not her. I connect with her and talk to her all the time. We are literally able to connect with the spirit realm, okay? And do you want to know how? Through our hearts. You have to be in your heart. I connect with Jesus all the time. I can connect to ascended masters. I can connect to spirit guides. I can connect to angels. We all can. But we've never been taught. We were taught, and not to down the church. I think church is great. I went to church for many years. I was the vice president of my confirmation class. But I wanted to learn about all religions because they all have a beautiful placeholder. God wouldn't give the answer to one religion. Yes, some have gone off path because of man and the way ego goes, but it's beautiful understanding that love is the key, and the only way to connect to anything worth connecting to is through the heart. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mark. Yes, and you know what? She's still here in spirit. Our soul never dies. It's energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. Okay, and we know this through science. It is so beautiful. So here, you see Jesus here. He's connected to God through this superconscious quantum field. And this is the halo. And you'll see in pictures you see in church or whatever, where the disciples have the same thing because he taught them his way through the heart. Okay, and so the heart is the way. So you have to be in an elevated state of emotion, vibrating at a place of love and gratitude, and doors open, and you need to quiet the mind. okay? You can't just sit in your heart and, watch chaos around you. Close your eyes. It says go into your closet. I literally meant my closet. I don't think it meant that, but go into the closet, literally inside your vessel, in order to hear the whispers, okay? Because in the beginning was God, yes, and everything is God. It is all a fragment of God. We are all fragments. We have this fire in our soul that is connected to the divine, but we forget our true nature because I feel like it has been taught out of us. And again, you don't have to believe anything I say. I'm not trying to, tell you how it is. This is my belief, and we all have our own beliefs, and that's so beautiful. And we need to stop judgment and judging people's beliefs because it's what resonates with them. And if it is of a good nature, you know a tree by its fruits. So if they are kind and compassionate, but they believe in trees as being God, let them be. They are literally spreading love and focused on love and compassion and kindness and non-judgment. Let it be. But we are taught to fight for your belief. Yes, fight for your belief, but don't fight to make others believe your belief. So this is me. I believe that Buddha, he had a great, he's eyes closed. Go within, close your eyes. Jesus and Mary are showing focus on your heart. Here's Mary they all have that heart. It is the biggest message that we have been missing. And I hope more people wake up to the power of their heart. I feel you. It has been taught out of us. The distractions of the journey. Yes. And I'm hoping to bring people back to their heart space and understand and test it. If you don't believe me, you don't have to. I would love for you. What harm can it do by doing a test for you? Testing out. Okay, you know what? Try to focus on your heart. Sit there for 5 minutes a day. Just sit quiet with your eyes closed, hand on the heart. Breathe into it. And I teach this to little kids so everybody can do it. Where you hold your heart and then you breathe in slowly and you visualize your heart filling with your favorite color. Whatever color pops in your head. It's filling that heart and you hold it for a second and then let it out twice as long as your in-breath was. Do that 20 times and watch this calmness wash over you. And you may be able to quiet your mind for a moment that you hear a little whisper of some inspiration, some comfort. And that's what we need to do every day, because if we do this for ourselves before we go out into the world, we have something called a collective conscious, okay? The collective conscious is the whole of everything. And imagine the state of that collective consciousness right now. Do you think it's at peace, of gratitude, of love, or in fear? Unfortunately, I believe it is moving. Unfortunately, I feel like it is in fear, but I know in my heart, and I have been shown and told from Jesus and all these, these beautiful souls that I'm able to connect with, and you are too. We forgot how, that we will come out of this as long as we all follow our heart. Now, that doesn't just mean follow your heart for others, but also follow the heart for yourself, because you have to love your neighbor as yourself. And I kind of feel like that's what we're really doing right now. As a whole, we're treating people like crap because we treat ourselves like crap, right? We have negative talk. We look at our body and go, ew, look at this extra weight. Look at your body and love it and be grateful God gave you one. And know that this is the chance we have to be the change. And we are coming up to, from, what I read. And again, I believe nothing what I hear, half of what I see, but I believe my knowing. So I go into a place and I connect in my heart. It's the only way to connect to Jesus. If you want to speak to him, go in your heart. And it may take practice. If you do this for 30 days, I promise you are going to hear. And if you ask, you will receive from Jesus. You'll receive from anyone. If you want to ask Buddha, ask anybody. You can ask a loved one that's passed over. You will get messages. We are all intuitive beings. We are all mediums. It has just been given a bad rap of, a medium is like a witch. You can't speak to spirits. When I hear, and I asked Jesus this the other night, I said, when I hear, bring heaven on earth, because I keep hearing, let's manifest heaven on earth. What does that mean? Well, one piece of it, there's many pieces, but what I heard was we can bring heaven on earth, meaning we can connect to the angels and spirits and past loved ones and bring that message down to earth. We can connect to them. It's like having a soul phone where you can connect to your loved ones. And I only know this is true because it happened to me when my grandmother passed away. And I remembered when I was a child, I used to be able to talk to spirits. I talked to my grandfather when my brother was born. I was little. I was 3 or 4, I think 3. And I was in where he was sleeping, just watching him, a new brother, and just checking on him. And my grandfather showed up, who had just passed. And me and my sister were like, Mommy, Grandpa's here. And she goes, oh, no, Grandpa's dead. No, he told us that he sees my Aaron. And the thing is my grandfather told my mother, when my mom thought she wasn't going to have any more kids, that she would have a son. And he was there to acknowledge the son. He saw her, and he was there for us, and she couldn't see him because her vibrational state wasn't in that love. Kids can see this. It's taught out of us. As kids, we are pure consciousness. That's why we have the soft spot on our head. And it closes about by the time you're 7. And they used to say, show me a boy or a child at the age of 7, and I'll tell you the man they're going to become or a woman they're going to become. Because before, they thought that our programming is till 7. Subconscious is programmed from what we hear, what we see, we learn. And now they're discovering we can reprogram our minds. We need to renew our minds. And God is telling me this, like, Kristen, this is your mission, renew the mind. So I have started with many different modalities. I started taking mediumship classes, not just to, connect spirits and do readings for people, because I wanted to understand how my body is doing this. Because my grandmother came to me and was talking to me the night before her funeral. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And it was awakening, a remembering of who I truly was, a divine, beautiful, radiant being of light, connected to the infinite source of the universe, to God, and vibrating at the vibration of love, peace, and harmony. And if we could all remember that we are that radiant being of light, perfectly aligned with the infinite source of the universe, vibrating at peace, love, and harmony, we all will be that change we want to see. But we have to do it and learn to love yourself. Have self-compassion. So now it sounds weird, but when I wake up in the morning, I'm brushing my teeth, I look myself in the eyes and I go, I love you. You're going to do great things today. You are going to change someone's life without even knowing it by being you, your radiant being of light. Your energetic self, your smiling self, holding the door for someone, smiling. Those little things go a long way. Imagine if someone fell, and this happened. So I'm going to share a story of why I know this is true. And again, take it or leave it. But last year, 2 years ago, I was picking up my kids when I first really had this awakening 3 years ago. I had my soul, I heard God connected to my soul vibrating. And it's like a knowing, a hearing, a vibration, a thought that you know is not yours. So I'm sitting in my car. I got there early, and I'm sitting watching the water because my kids' school was on near a marina. And a guy walks by, and he looked like he could have been homeless maybe. And I hear, in my head, take out a 20. And I'm like, take out a 20? Okay. So I take out a 20, and I hear, put it in your cup holder. Leave it there. The next person that makes eye contact with you, it's for them. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I got my book, and I'm reading it. And so I look up every once in a while and, whatever. And all of a sudden I look up, and it's that gentleman that was walking by that I saw before. And I smiled and I said, how are you? He goes, oh no, I'm sorry. I wasn't looking at you. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is him, because he made eye contact, but he was scared that we made eye contact, and he felt like I felt he was staring at me. I said, no, how you doing? What a beautiful day it is. And he was like, yeah, I guess not so well. I was like, just chit-chatting. So what's going on? And he ended up having, to meet with his probation officer, and things, weren't going in his favor. And so all of a sudden I heard the 20. I was like, oh, sir, I'd like to give this to you. And he goes, oh, no, I can't take that. I didn't do anything to deserve it. I said, you know what? Your smile brought me joy today, and I would like to give you this. And he goes, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You don't know what this means to me. And I said, oh, no, don't worry about it. I'm happy to be of service. So he goes off and starts walking, and he comes back. He was on his little moped, and he comes over, and he's got tears in his eyes. And this guy's in his 60s, and he's homeless, and he had his little moped, and he goes, you don't know what you did for me today. And I said, I don't. If you want to share it, I would love to hear. And he said, ma'am, about 15 minutes before I saw your car pull up, I decided, I was looking over at the water, and I was going to take my life, because I have not lived a life of honor, of integrity, of good character. I'm not a good person. And if you knew who I was, you would run from me. And I was thinking to take my life because nobody cares about me. But I decided I felt to take a walk and take a deep breath before I took my life. And when I came back, you connected with me. We connected. And your kindness and your conversation, your words made me feel seen. And something in your smile made me feel that there's a little bit of hope for me. And so now, and I was wondering, because I have no gas in this moped to even get back to, he lives on a little boat, And he goes, I had no gas. I literally putted my way in here and now I have gas and I have money to eat. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? I want to change because I see there are good-hearted people in this world and you've inspired me to change my life. I don't want to be this evil man anymore. I want to help others like you just helped me. So thank you because you gave me a new sense of hope. And that's when I knew, thank you, Lord, for helping me open my ears and trust that message coming through to my soul and my soul whispering it in my ears to follow through. Now, if I was living in fear of going, I don't want to, this is weird. I don't want to just give someone $20 that isn't expecting it or asking for it. That's weird. I had to follow in faith. My faith changed some man's life and he changed mine because I realized that these small acts of kindness and listening to my instinct in the little voice, and it's not voice, it's like your own voice. But I knew it wasn't mine, where it was of a place of an act of kindness I was supposed to follow. If we all can tune in and stop being in our own world, in our phones, and just being about us and caring about humanity and seeing little ways to serve, just hold the door for someone going to the grocery store, you're doing something from your heart. And that person can feel that energy of kindness from your heart, which penetrates their heart. This is the power. And when you hug, guys, this is a beautiful thing I learned, and it's been so powerful. We normally hug with our right shoulder to the other person. That's just how in the Western world. Well, in the Eastern world, they use their left shoulder. Why is that? Left to left, because you're heart to heart. And when you hug someone for at least 20 seconds heart to heart, your hearts synchronize the beat. You become coherent. And the energy vibrating off of that coherent heart with someone else permeates the quantum field to make a shift in the consciousness and vibration of humanity. So if you hug someone, hug them and be the last to let go. Really feel in your heart. And I do this with my kids and husband every day. When we start our day, in the middle of the day, at the end of the day, we hug and we just embrace each other and hold of gratitude that we have each other, that we have arms to hold each other, that we have hearts to beat, that we have the breath of life to breathe. These small little changes in your day can change humanity as a whole. So if you're with me and want to be the change you want to see in this world, type the word love, because it's going to take love, okay? And we need to focus, again, those of you who just tuning in, we got to focus on the heart. This is the secret message Jesus wanted me to give, is this is the quantum field. This is the superconscious realm. This is how we connected to God. We all have access to this. He said, what I do, you can do, and greater. Let's wake up to our truest potential of focusing on that heart. And that's where you're going to find Jesus. You notice he's got the thorns. That's what he's known for. And look at this. I literally have a real thorn crown. My friend had this made and gave it to me. Like, it's amazing. And I'm not going to tell you why I believe that he had these thorns. But actually I will. It may sound woo-woo and it's just what was downloaded to me, but these thorns, they're pointing out into the quantum field, and it's of nature, and nature holds a vibration of a higher vibration than anything else. And so it was on his crown where he gets information and connection, and it helps you connect to that spirit realm. That's why they would use flowers around the crown, because the vibration of the flowers is a higher vibration that we don't even understand 100% yet. And then we have Mary here. You see her, there's the flowers around her heart. And here's the thorns. And it's bleeding, it's dying for us to pay attention. And this is, you see this, the flames? We have to reignite that fire in our heart, the soul, and we can connect to the crosses of like heaven, the heavenly realm. And I see us walking towards slowly the real meaning of our life. But I would love some more servant souls who would love to be on this mission of changing the vibration of humanity to help elevate the consciousness of humanity to our truest potential. And I actually just finished a book. I'm starting a series called Conscious Cliff Notes, okay? And this was an idea, inspiration that was downloaded to me, given to me by the heavens, of creating Cliff Note style books of spiritual truths that are given to me. It's downloaded through me, and then turn it into mini Cliff Note books, a book no more than 75. I think most of them are, under 50 pages, and create this in order to help more people read this information in a busy life, get understanding and knowledge of their truest potential, and reawaken to who they truly are. Because we are going into a spiritual realm where, we want to move from this 3D realm into 5D, okay? And if you're confused about dimensions, like 4D is getting into the heart space. 5D is being a creator with your thoughts and heart, and boom. And there are beings, like I would say I'm a 5D creator. Not all the time, because sometimes I still fall into that 3D human experience. We're dense bodies. But our spirit, our soul is so light and vibrant of light if we let it, that it literally acts like a magnet. That 60 times greater magnetic field that comes out of our heart is a magnet to pull us into the desires of our heart and God's. So our will be done on earth as it is in heaven if we focus on our heart, quiet our minds, and let the vibration of the heavens come into your heart and give you messages. Mediums are not anything special, and they're not scary, and yes, there are some fake weird ones out there, but those that are truly connected to their heart and connecting to spirits, you can discern. Discernment is so important, and intent is important. Making sure you have an intent of why. I'm not doing it to be a medium. I'm doing it to connect, to know my path every single day of what does God want me to do today? What does my higher self want me to do today? What is the best for the greater good of all? And when you connect to your heart and sit quiet in a meditation and pray with intent for that answer, it will be given to you. Ask and you shall receive. But you know what? Society has made us so crazy of everything going around us that we can't quiet our mind enough. They give us work 8 hours a day, and then some people go on to a second job and then do this and do that. We got social media. People have their face in their phones. We do not know how to stop our attention from going elsewhere for more than 5 minutes. And we need to get back to quieting our mind, going within and healing our hearts. And so I actually have many modalities, and I'm working on getting my new site built to be able to offer these to people. Now, when you start doing this, you notice you'll find a passion. You'll reawaken a passion that you had as a child. And then you'll get ideas and inspirations on how to follow that passion and turn it into your purpose, because we all have a gift, and not a single one of us has the same gift that is going to change humanity. God made each one of us unique and beautiful, and that's why we have to respect and not judge people's beliefs, because what they believe in, as long as it's from the heart, because where love is, the devil can't enter. Where God is, the devil can't enter. So God is love. Be in that loving space in your heart, and you won't have to worry about the evil that could be among people. But what your perception dictates your reality. So we need to change our perception of, you know what? Yeah, the world may be a little crazy, but I know it's going to change because I'm going to do my part to be in my heart. And I'm going to focus there and not let anything change me from following God's will. His true, pleasing, and perfect will. And what does he say in Romans 12:2? Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, and then you can test the true and pleasing will of God. And I've been doing this day in and day out for the last 3 years, and my life has shifted. Yes, there's still valleys where I feel depressed. Like the other day, I got a little frustrated because I had a vision of creating this orchard out in my backyard, and my husband's like, no, that's where the kids play. And I was like, yeah, we can still play, but let me grow some fruits and vegetables and trees and everything in order to produce good fruit. So that way we know where it's coming from. And I felt defeated because he's like, no, Kristen, there's grocery stores. And I said, yes, but what if grocery stores aren't there? And he goes, what are you, a doomsday? I said, no. It's just looking at why not have the freshest fruit you can for your family, then have to depend on a grocery store. You know, I want to live more like the indigenous, not everything, but the point of getting back to grassroots of growing your own food. If we all grew our own garden in our front yard, backyard, or windowsill, and we shared with our neighbors as a community, do you think there would be as much hunger as there is now? Probably not. If we all came together and said, you grow tomatoes, you grow cucumbers, if people don't have big plot of land, you grow, lettuce, create salads, get community and make salads together. Know that you can have everything. God gave us everything within and without in order to survive, but we've become so conditioned to materialistic things, okay? And so my ask, and this is coming through me now, a download, is if we all, hold on, I'm losing it. It's leaving. I was reading a comment, so I got out of my heart space to read it. But yes, I love that. Get back to our roots. We have to get back to our roots. Oh, okay, so I got it again. So manifestation. I live manifestation every day. We all do, whether you believe it or not. Good, bad, we are responsible for our vibration, and that's what's going to create our reality. So if we all, yes, learned how to manifest, we can manifest anything. You know, you can manifest materialistic things, boats, houses, this and that. It's been done. Money, it's all done. But why don't we use this manifestation power for the greater good of all and focus on our hearts every day and manifest peace and unity on earth to infinity and beyond. Focus on our intent of peace rather than going, what's in it for me? What can I get? Ooh, what do I want to manifest? I want to manifest a Lamborghini. I want to manifest a mansion. I want 7 houses. I manifest. Yes, that's all well and good, and we're able to. But what if we stopped looking at just ourselves, what's in it for us? Because we can't take any of that stuff to heaven, guys. It all stays here. But what we can do is we can bring peace on earth. So ask for peace for humanity. See it and thank God for no more war, more community, more compassion, more joy and gratitude. And send that loving vibration. It's 60 times greater than your thoughts. So if you're thinking it and you can feel it is if now it has been done. Believe the unseen as if it was seen. Have faith God is going to do magic, but it takes at least 1% of the population to do this every single day, to emanate that loving vibration out into the quantum field. This quantum field where we can connect with the heavenly realm. That's how Jesus connected to God, is connecting through his heart. It is the only way. And the one thing I'm hearing, the only way to get this vibration high enough is forgiveness. You must forgive yourself for anything that I failed at that. Oh, I shouldn't have made that deal. I shouldn't have bought this. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, that was a bad decision. Don't beat yourself up. Go, I'm aware of it. I acknowledge it. I fell from grace. I'm going to do better next time. And be consciously aware of your thoughts. And if we can focus on love, peace, and harmony for the greater good of all every day, we will be that change we want to see in this world. And it just takes us doing our part for ourselves, speaking loving kindness to ourselves, look in the mirror going, man, Super K, you're pretty awesome. You know what? You've got such a radiant heart. You're so kind, but we're told that that's egotistical to talk positivity about yourself. Yes, not boastful, but confidence. Give yourself that confidence back. It's been trained out of us. Look in the mirror and go, you know what? You're going to do good today. I believe in you. I believe you can change someone's life just by being you. You with the full heart, because no one wants to be you with the negative vibration, but know that you can have a choice of what vibration you're going to choose today, this moment. And if you've been in anger, pain, shame, guilt, or grief, or unforgiveness, make the decision now. Follow your heart, open your heart, reignite your soul to unlock your true potential. Because I am no different than anybody else. I am a divine being of God just like you are. I'm a divine child of God just like you are, my brother and sister. So let's come together as one and really work to be that change we want to see in the world. And it's your choice. Are you going to follow suit, or are you going to still live in the lack, scarcity mindset? Okay, it's our choice on how we choose to live our life. And I promise you, if you focus on gratitude, love, and compassion, 51% of your day, or at least stay neutral. If you don't want to be happy, don't be angry, don't be lower, just be neutral. 51% of your day, watch miracles unfold. That is God's work saying, I see you. I see you're doing the work, and I am going to bless you, because as within, so without, you're doing the inner work, and I'm going to help you see your desires come to fruition. And it happens. And I've got so many stories I could share. I'm not going to share them right now. I'm creating a YouTube channel called It's Time for Success, because it's time for success. The time is now. The shift is real. We need to shift that vibrational shift. Okay. And I just wrote a book. It's on Amazon now. I just put it up last night. Vibrational Shift. And so I'll put a link in the chat, but also I'm also going to be starting a journey. Oh my gosh. So I have these soul cards, and I was just shuffling them just because, and I got one for evolution. Now these are soul cards. They're not tarot cards. I do it to see what my soul wants to for me to share with myself. So I'm going to read this one. All right. This one is evolution. Nothing happens until the pain of remaining the same outweighs the pain of change. This is exactly what I'm talking about today. How perfect is this? Expansion of awareness and personal evolution comes from moving through the different levels of transformation within you. There isn't just one mountain, but many mountains within you that you traverse. At each level of transformation, before you ascend to higher states of awareness, there is often a period of discomfort. This period of discomfort can be quite challenging because transition may not only affect you, but those around you. Every mountain that you climb within, dear one, corresponds to different sets of personal challenges. Spiritual awakening has many layers and stages. These layers are identified with the egoic sense and self and personality. To transcend and take that leap of faith from each mountain is to peel away another layer that represents the illusionary sense of self. These layers block you from your true magnificence. At each mountain, before you take flight, you let go of what no longer serves you for your higher self. With every stage of transformation, your vibration is raised. You fly stronger, empowered, with greater wisdom and understanding. Your soul takes this journey to grow and evolve. This, dear one, is the evolutionary path of the soul. Stay conscious of the mountains below and before you, and remember always that every mountain represents an opportunity to climb higher. So today's exercise is reflect on your life. What's holding you back? It's time to detach from what no longer serves you with love. And today's affirmation is, I am courageous as I take the leap of faith from every mountain I traverse within me. So that could not have been more perfect to fly out of my hands, because that's the message that I guess the spirits want to share, is it is time for transformation. Let's be the change we want to see in this world. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. And please share this message, because the more we get this message of love and compassion and gratitude, we are going to change humanity as a whole. We're going to leave a better world for the next generations to come. And if you believe in reincarnation, then you're leaving a better world for yourself as well. And again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If something upsets you because, you're still stuck in that judgment of your belief is not the same as mine and you're wrong and I'm right, just let it go. Elsa said it best. Let it go. Let it go. We have to let go of that judgment, because when we do, Jesus never judged. He even helped the prostitutes in the street. There was no judgment because they're a human, no bigger, how small. They're a brother and sister. We are better together than divided. And when today I was saying the Pledge of Allegiance at a meeting I was at, and I realized that is the potential I want to get to, because it's not what we're living now. One nation under God. We are not one nation under God. Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We are not living that right now. But we say it with the Pledge of Allegiance because it is the truth we want to bring into this world. So when we speak it, if we speak it from our heart, we're activating that message, because the word is God, was God, and in the beginning was the Word. So use your words wisely. Choose them wisely. My mother taught me this as a child. Keep your words soft and sweet, in case someday you have to eat them. And that is so true, because what we speak out, we end up getting back. It's like a boomerang. So spread love, forgiveness for those that have hurt you. That doesn't mean you condone what they did, but you're forgiving yourself to break that negative handcuff attachment to that emotion and to that bond. And watch, when you start forgiving people, your life is going to change, okay? So let's focus on love, not in hate. Let's get love into this world. I see wars ending when we all come together as one. I see the borders falling. I see, us uniting as one, rather than holding people out and calling them immigrants, that they're humans. They are our brothers and sisters. Let's work together. And when we feel compassion for one another, and that they're human, living a human experience, a spiritual soul, like living a human experience, we can understand we come from the same place. We all have, things we're grateful for and things we're sad with. We all have problems that follow us that we can let go of. But just have compassion and understand we're all at a different place. Would you tattoo the word you speak on your body? Always be kind. I don't like needles. So me personally, no, but I could see that as being beautiful. I'd get fake tattoos and do that. But yes, putting these words, always be kind. Live from your heart, not from your head. Sometimes our ego takes over. Live from the heart and watch your life unfold in the most beautiful ways and actually help humanity as a whole. All right, guys, I don't even know what time it is, but I think I'm late for my breathwork class, so I'm going to let you guys go. Have the best day ever, and I'll catch you later.